Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for the weekend banger. That's a lot, y'all. It's time for the weekend banger, man. It's time for the weekend banger, y'all. That's a lock, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start these videos off, man, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the mornings, man. I promise y'all, there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process though, man. And that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. Like, I really don't want to see y'all waste y'all life like I did, man. I'm out here trying to figure it out in my 40s, man. I missed all my 20s. I missed the years, my prime years, the years where I'm supposed to be able to see what my life is going to be when I'm in my 30s. Like, instead, I'm trying to work hard in my 40s to be all right in my 50s. Like, you don't want to waste your life like that, man. Like, I'm not saying that I still don't have a great life, but still though, man, like just think about what I just said, man. I'm out here working hard in my 40s to be great in my 50s, man. Like a lot of y'all in y'all early 20s, y'all can still do what y'all want to do right now. A lot of y'all just lazy. A lot of y'all just used to just being out here in this world and just running around after ops like y'all playing Grand Theft Auto every day, man. Like, to be honest with y'all, man, when I came home and seen that game, man, like, it was crazy to see a game like that. I wish they would never make that game, because it's like, that's the type of lives these people be living. These people live lives like they on Grand Theft Auto, man. That's not a good life to live, man. People are not real on that video game, man. Y'all out here doing the things that they do in that game, and you gonna go to real prison. You gonna go to a real graveyard, man. You gotta change your life around, because basically life is not a game. I'm trying to get y'all to stay out the way, man. Come over here with us, man. Be the guys that's not worrying about looking over their shoulder. Be the guys that's out here taking care of their peoples. Be the guys that know they're going to grow old and be able to see their family grow old, their parents grow old. Be that person, man. Instead of being the person that's out here just doing whatever you want for nothing, for no money, for no sense, for nothing, man. So turn your life around, man. Just stay out the way with us, y'all. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the weekend banger. That's what I need y'all to do with this one, y'all. Like, shit, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. It's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called He Did What He Was Told. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation, but we are aware, people. We in penitentiary, man, where crazy things happen all the time, man. I'm telling y'all, y'all really do have people in there, man, that, you know, like, they just like really just making people feel like they less than a human being, man. Like, you have people in there that's so weak. They let people do these things, man. And like, it never was a good thing when I witnessed it, man. It never was a good thing witnessing a flunky, witnessing somebody that was making somebody do a bunch of things they didn't want to do, man. Like, I don't really like witnessing things like that. But I had to realize I'm in an evil place, man. I'm in prison. So you liable to see anything, man. Like, every time I saw something like that, man, it always was crazy to me, man. And it always turned out bad, y'all. So with that being said, though, we on Lawrenceville for this, y'all. We on Lawrenceville. I can remember being in 60 building for this one, man, the second time around. And when I had got moved finally from 30 building, man, to 60 building, back to 60 building, like, it was a lot that I witnessed over there, because it was like a different building. Like, the last time I was over there was years ago. I was over there in 09, you know what I mean? Now this is what, 13, 14? So I've been over there. So this has been a minute since I've been on that side of the yard. But yet still though, man, I felt like somebody that I can bid anywhere, man. I felt like they could put me anywhere, man. I'd be able to do the rest of my time. Like, I felt like I was getting close to getting ready to go home, man. So I'm still trying to do my bid, and I'm still trying to be somebody that's, you know what I mean, laid back and chill at the same time though. But getting moved to 60 building was a you know, it threw me off a little bit slightly, man. But I moved over there. But when I first moved over there, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, like, my roommate was cool, you know what I mean? When I first moved over there, I had a cool roommate. Like, I was happy. Like, I already knew it wasn't the same 60 building when I was over there the first time, you know what I mean, with massive boys running around. There weren't really no boys in there for real. I think it was one in there, that was in the cell with a dude. That's what I want to say. But everybody was gone. It was like a whole new building. The way they had it ran, the way they was running it before, when I got over there the first time, it definitely wasn't being ran like that. So it was a lot of cool dudes over there. It was just I wasn't used to being on that side of the yard. So I get over there, man. I find out I got a cool roommate before I move in the pod. So I get in there, meet him. They move me upstairs. Me and him kick it. We kicked it off good, bro. One from Norfolk, but he was from Tidewater. He turned out to be a cool dude. So when I first was in the cell, like, you know what I mean? He was telling me about, you know, how the pod is, because everybody was jive, like, outside rec. When I came in there, I had seen everybody in the yard when I was coming in. But I ain't even, you know, when I walked in the pod, it was just a few people in the pod. So my roommate was telling me about how the block was, man. He basically just break it down like, yo, you know, yeah, such and such of them in here getting money. You know, the red team in here, the blue team in here, you know, such and such of them in here, yeah, the Richmond dudes. Like, he was just breaking down everything that I basically needed to know. So I was like, all right, I know him, that's what's up, that's what's up. So he telling me a little bit. So when the record came back finally off the yard, like, I ain't even gonna lie, but when the record came back off the yard, I started hearing the noise. You can hear when the record's coming back. So I stepped out my cell and I stepped on the tier, you know what I mean, where the railing is at, and I kind of just leaned on the railing. And I'm leaning on the railing, I'm just standing right there, but I noticed that when everybody was coming back in, everybody was looking up to see who I was, you know what I mean? But they seen me coming, they seen me pushing my cart when I was coming, so people probably like, oh, he in our part. So when they all coming back in, I'm just looking at everybody. So, you know, I don't really know nobody on this side of the yard like that. Like, I mean, it was people that I knew, but in my building, there wasn't really a lot of people that I knew. So I'm seeing everybody, like, man, I don't really know nobody. So I'm pinning the pod. I don't really know nobody like that. So it was this one dude, man. We're going to call him Charles, man. We're going to call this dude Charles, man. But Charles, man, he was from Tidewater, man. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't going to say what city he was from, man, but Charles was a psycho, man. But I give Charles probably like 35 or something like that. He probably was like in his middle 30s or something like that. He like 35. He was a brown skinned dude, man. You know what I mean? He had tattoos like on his forehead. Like, he had something written right here. I can't remember what it was. It was like something written on his eyebrow. So he was one of those dudes with tattoos on the face before it was even popular like that. When you would see a dude with a tattoo on his face back then, you would look at him like, bro, you crazy, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But he had a tattoo on his face. He didn't really look like he was an evil guy or like a scary guy or somebody that be, you know what I mean, on some BS. But he just had that kind of like he was like, you could tell he was a jokester. Like, I like to joke too. But as he came back in the pod, he goes straight back in the pod. He running his cell, you know what I mean? His cell was on the top tier by the back part area, you know what I mean? Like, past the handicap, when you hit the corner, it's two more cells right there. Then it's the showers. Then it's two more cells. He stayed on that back wall to the left, closest to the left side of the handicap. So the second cell was his cell. So I just seen him go into his cell. When he go into his cell, I seen him jet back downstairs and go get to the shower. So when he get in the shower, I see him put all this stuff in the shower. So he already in there, I guess. So while he was in there, all you heard was, hey. Now I look, he stuck his, like, because Lawrenceville had shower curtains. So he got his body covered, you know what I mean? But he got his face out. He was like, hey man, go tell Michael, man. I said, bring my soap dish right now, man. The dude was like, because you can look, because they cell is like, you know what I mean? You can look kind of like in the cell when all the doors are open. So he like, man, sell it like he in the bed sleep. He's like, I don't care. Wake him up right now and tell him I said, bring my soap dish. Right now. So I'm looking, as I'm looking, I see my roommate come out the joint. He come out the joint, he like, shh, bro, watch this, bro. I'm like, watch what? He was like, watch this. This word, the dude went upstairs, woke the dude up that was sleeping. I didn't know, I couldn't see who the dude was from my angle. I just seen the door was open. So the dude go wake the dude up. Man, the dude get up out of his sleep. Man. This word, so I guess he looking for the joke. The dude, Charles, come back out the shower again. He was like, hey, Michael. Hey, man, hurry up, man. Man, this joke shriveling up, man. Man, get down here, man, right now, man. Hurry up. Dude was like, you just started saying, now I can see him. Now he's not in his bed. Now I can look in they cell. And I just see him kind of like he's scrambling, trying to look faster now. He like, so he finally get the joke. He came down the steps like this, y'all. I promise you, man. This is when I got the first look at him. He came down the steps like this, and like, it's like Lawrenceville steps is really dangerous. Like, you can't be like playing around with it. But there was a few people that I would see do like little stunts, like slide down the little pole, pause, like, you know what I mean? Or they'll skip the steps coming down. Like, I never done that. Like, that was like, you gotta be nice with that. But he came down the steps like, he got down the steps. He was like, here, man, here you go, Charles. Here you go. Charles was like, he grabbed a soap dish from him. He was like, man, hurry up, man. Go back up there and go to sleep, man. What's wrong with you, man? You know the rules, man. Go back up there and go to sleep. So I'm like, you know the rules. Go back up there and go to sleep. I promise you. Dude gave him the soap dish and went right back up the steps, hopped in the bed, faced the wall, and went back to sleep, y'all. So boom. I promise you, I looked at my roommate, I was like, he was like, bro, I'm telling you, man. He was like, yo, dude, Charles, he was like, man, dude, like, it's like he owned dude. I was like, he owned him. He was like, yeah, I think he owned him, bro. I was like, man, this junk crazy, man. So dude take a shower. I still can't believe it, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, what is this, the Twilight Zone they just moved me into? I'm like, man, hold on, man. This man just did all that, and like the dude talking to him like that. Now the dude who he was talking to, man, we gonna call the dude he was talking to the dude Michael. Man, I promise you, man, like he looked like he was probably like 20 something. You know what I mean? You could tell he was a little younger, probably a little younger than me. But he kind of looked like he was hooked on stupid, if you ask me, man. Like, he brown skinned dude, kind of short dude. He just looked like he was hooked on stupid, man, my opinion, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I couldn't believe it. But, like, you'll see so much crazy stuff in there, man. Like, it's you'll never believe this type of stuff you'll see in penitentiary, man. I'm telling y'all. So I'm still flabbergasted off this, man. I'm like, I can't believe this junk. Like, because it's been a while since I seen a dude that was a major flunky on Sussex 2. And I witnessed that. But, like, this was crazy right here. Like, you know, I'm just knowing it's the old San Francisco. So when I see, I'm like, man. So the lady come in that joint like, lock down. Y'all about to lock down, lock down, lock down. So the dude get out the shower. He walk up to his cell. Me and my roommate still looking at the joint. He walk up to his cell. He get to his cell. He walks straight to the bed. He said, man, get up, man. Get us some ice, man. Come on, man. You know the rules, man. He was like, dude got up. He was like, you told me to go to sleep. Like, now I'm telling you to get some ice. Let me get some ice. This word dude got up out the jump, grabbed his 2 cups, came down the steps again. Went to the ice jump. He did it all at record speed, ran back up the steps. It's my word. They started standing by the door. They were standing by the door because another dude came up there. And while they were standing by the door, the whole time my roommate just like this. He like, man, my roommate kind of laughing at the jump. I'm just locked in over there, y'all. I was like, this is the first time I scanned 2 people at once. I'm like, I'm like, nah, hold on. Where Michael at? Michael came by the door again. I was like, he's just an idiot, Weezy. He don't shake, rattle, and roll. I was like, this junk crazy. My roommate was like, you all right, bro? I was like, oh yeah, man. I was like, man, come on, man. I wasn't to say. I was like, this junk crazy, man. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, and the dude Charles, man, like he be striking sometimes too. He want to be having it sometimes too. I don't know why. So we go back in the cell. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, what they fruity or something, bro? What they shake, rattling, and rolling, bro? What do you got going on? He was like, nah. He was like, no, I don't think there is. He was like, but it's just, man. He was like, yo, the dude that owed some money when he first moved in the block, he had owed somebody some money when he first moved in the block. So he said the dude Michael ain't got nothing. So I was like, if he don't got nothing, how can he owe somebody money? He was like, because he broke his roommate phone. You know what I mean? So he was like, he was in 80 building. You know what I mean? So he said when he broke his roommate phone, his roommate beat him up and kicked him out the room. So he said he checked in, and when he came out the hole, he came over here. So he said when he came over here, he had old dude for the phone still. Dude wanted the bread. Everybody know he ain't got the money. He was like, man, this is my word. He was like, the dude Charles went on and took care of the tab. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, bro, usually when dudes taking care of tabs and moving like that, bro, I was like, usually they be on some shake, rattle, and roll activity. He was like, nah, I'm telling you. He was like, nah, Charles be at the women. He was like, he ain't shake, rattle, and rolling, man. He was like, he just owned dude, like, you know what I mean? He was like, man, I'm telling you, man, he got a visible leash on that dude's neck, man. He was like, he owned Michael, man. I was like, he was like, you gonna see everybody in the pod? No. He was like, now I don't know how it's gonna last. He said he been doing this for months. He was like, the police don't really be seeing it, the police don't know. He was like, man, but he owned dude. I was like, just to hear the words, like somebody owned somebody, it was like, it was crazy to hear. I'm not even gonna lie. Own? Like, what do you mean own? Like how, like when we were slaves back in the day, like, what do you mean? I didn't understand it, y'all. So boom. Owning people was different in penitentiary though. I was like, own. So we, you know what I mean? It wasn't even really funny no more. After we kind of talked about it a little bit more, so we come back out, own. So we end up coming back out. So we come back out for rec, you know what I mean? I'm out in the pod, chilling. We on standby for lunch. They said we going to lunch first. So I went back upstairs, got my shirt, chilling. I look up, you know what I mean? I see the dude Charles come out. The dude Michael was standing like at the front of the door, like he waiting to be the top 5 on the trays, like he trying to run out as soon as the doors pop. So the dude Charles, he's standing like back by his cell a little bit by the steps. He talking to some dudes, you know what I mean? So he's standing there. So the dude Michael looked back. He was like, "Hey, Mike." Michael was like, get over here, man. Dude was like, He went up the steps like this, y'all. He was like, he skipped the hell out them damn steps. He got up the steps. He was like, yes. He was like, look, man, calm your ass down. Why the hell you at the front of the door? He was like, because I owe you my tray and I'm trying to beat the deuce. He was like, man, don't you motherfucking trying to get caught, man. Go to the hole, man. I'm telling you, man. Don't go do no dumb shit. He was like, well, can I have my tray there? He was like, fuck no. That's my tray. I want that damn hot dog tray. You can't have no damn tray. I was like, damn, man. Like, he really did show signs of really owning this, man. Like, it was crazy. Like, and this is being done in front of the whole pod, by the way. He's not like checking them off to the side and like, or showing people. You know, this man is basically doing this in front of everybody. Loud voice. Don't care who's watching. None of that, man. So like, while he be doing it, I noticed he had a couple friends. They just be in the back laughing. I'm saying in my head, like, man, either my scanner broke or this man shit rattling broke. Cause ain't no way in the world he got this man moving like this, man. This man is moving like he don't even own his own soul. I said, man, this is out of control right here, man. I couldn't believe it, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. So when they call us to go to child, man, this is my word. We call us to go to child, man. We go to child hall. We in the child hall. This word, dude get his tray. Dude Michael get his tray. He get his tray. He go straight to dude Charles homeboy, Charleston the line. Man, this man go back like he was leaving out. You can just leave out on Lawrenceville, but you're supposed to go to the left. You know what I mean? Like he blended in and got back in line. So he get back in line. He come back in. He got his glasses. He come back in line. He looking like he trying to like blend in. You know what I mean? He come back in line. He walking. When he get to the front of the jump, as soon as he get ready to grab the tray, ladies like, man, don't touch that tray. Nah, don't touch that tray. Everybody in the child hall was like, when people get caught beating the deuce, that shit be funny as hell, y'all. So boom. The lady was like, don't touch that tray. She was like, you already ate. Go back to the building. Go back to the building. You gave your tray away, go back to the building. He was like, but I'm hungry. She was like, I don't give a fuck. Go back to the pod. I was like, damn. So he about to walk away. As he was about to walk away, the dude Charles was like, man, come here, man. Man, did I tell you, man, sit the fuck down, man. He was like, man, I was hungry, Charles, man. He sat down. Charles was like, man, you dumb as a bitch, man. You and this bitch ready to fuck up and go to the hole, man. He was like, man, goddamn, who gonna be my slave if you go to the fucking hole? He was like, man, I ain't trying to go to the hole, Charles. He was like, I'm just hungry. He was like, man, here, man. Charles got down. He told his homeboy your tray was there. He's like, let me see your tray. He grabbed a tray. He was like, here, man. He grabbed a mixed vegetables. And boy, it was hot dogs, mixed vegetables, and like some peaches or something. I think that was the fruit or something, man. Word, man. It was hot dogs, beans, mixed vegetables, and fruit, like some peaches cut up or something in the little tray. Man, my word, he grabbed his homeboy tray that was done eating, man. He grabbed the beans. Usually some dudes will put their beans on their hot dog, like a fake chili dog or something. Man, he grabbed the beans and just started throwing all the beans from both of the trays onto the other dude tray. He was like, and he grabbed the mixed vegetables. He was like, man, here, eat that, man. He was like, eat it, man. He was like, I ain't got no sport. He was like, you done with that, bro? Dude was like, yeah. He was like, man, hurry up and eat, man. This word dude, Michael, was like, that nigga was mangling them damn beans, y'all. So boom, he made the man eat beans. And we got a hot dog tray in front of everybody, man. I'm talking about the lady seen it, the inmate seen it, everybody seen it, man. But to my eyes, it looked like everybody was used to this type of situation. Like he been dogging them, you know what I mean? He been dogging them, man. So that was crazy. Witnessing that, like my first couple days, it was crazy. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, it was crazy, man. So like my roommate had said, he said the dude Charles be touching sometime, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I'm trying to see what's going on. Like my man is supposed to send me something that was in 30 building, but he said he ain't gonna be able to get right until Sunday, so I ain't gonna be able to catch him until Monday. So it's Friday, and I'm trying to grab something for the weekend. I forgot what movie they had, but I'm trying to just, like, when I was over there, I'm just trying to get out the way, go on my cell, look at my TV. I'm chilling, y'all. Like, I'm trying to get a little feezy here and there. That's all I was trying to do. So I'm like, man, they tell me, it's like, you know, Charles got something. I'm like, for real? I'm like, how you be getting that joint? He was like, nah, I think he be grabbing it from a roller or something, though. He don't be having, like, a decent amount. You know what I mean? I said, he don't be going to VI. He was like, nah, he don't go to VI. I said, his roommate don't go to VI. He was like, nah, his roommate don't go to VI. So I had to do my check. I'm on extra point now from the past, y'all. I don't do the tutor game, man. I couldn't do it, man. So everybody gave me the green light as far as about the dude Charles. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna push. My roommate was like, yo, he cool, bro. You just be using dude as a slave, man. You know what I mean? I was like, shh. All right, man, I'm gonna push, man. So I went over there, Joe. He had his cut up halfway. So I walked to his door. Heard somebody say, yo. It sounded like the dude Michael. He was like, yo. I was like, yo, Charles in there, man. He was like, I seen somebody come to the door and was like, move the cut and look. You know what I mean? I was like, I backed up, make sure he could see me. He was like, yo, it's the dude that just moved in. I guess that's what he said. Charles was like, Charles come to the door. He was like, what's up, bro? I was like, what's up, bro? My name Weezy, man. I just moved. He was like, yeah, they told me. I was like, look, I'm trying to get some lala. He was like, all right, come on in. So I come in. You know what I mean? As I came in, I walked in the jump. I was like, yeah, bro. He's like, what you got? I was like, bro, I can send some bread, or you know what I mean, I can spend a little commissary. I was like, what I brought right here though, I got like $15, so I'm just trying to get a couple of fees. He was like, oh, I got you. He was like, but if you trying to, you know what I mean, spend some money, let me know. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, though, because you know, like I be spending money. Like right now, you know, I was a 30 building winning, so like they done moved me over here, like shit done slowed down or whatever the case. But yeah, though, like you know, we can do some business. So he was like, yeah, you know what I mean, everything. So he facing me. You know what I mean? My back is to the dude, Michael. You know what I mean? Michael was just standing by the door, looking like a freaking doorknob standing over there, like he was holding the door down the sink. So as he talk, he can look at Michael. I can't see Michael. So as me and bro talking, you know, me and him, we talking, we have eye contact. So he's like, yeah, you want to do that? So he was like, man, get the fuck out of here while I'm handling business, man. Dumbass, man. The fuck, you got anything to do with this? He was like, no. He was like, well, get the fuck out. This word, dude. Michael was like, went out, stood outside the door. I was like, damn. He was like, stupid motherfucker, man. I was like, damn. So he went over like to the cut, like behind his bed, like he was looking for something. When he turned his back, pause. I was like, I told you he's good, Weezy. I was like, man, I had to make sure. He was like, yeah. So look, these are my fees. Just pick which one you want. I was like, I'll take these two. He was like, all right. I said, yo, bro. I said, man, look, it ain't my business, man. I said, well, look, though. I said, what's up with dude, though, man? He was like, who am I selling? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what's up with him? He was like, shit, nothing. He do as he told. That's what's up with him. I'm like, but damn, though, bro. I said, that nigga out like, goddamn, he signed his life over in a paper. Like, he got to go to court to get his damn life back. He was like, man, nah, goddamn it, yeah, I own that nigga ass. He was like, goddamn. He was like, look, though. He said, man, for real, niggas already told me you cool and shit. You know what I mean? He was like, goddamn, I own that nigga, though. But let me show you this shit, though, man. I was like, show me what? He went behind his bed again and popped up with a cell phone. Man, I promise you, man, that man popped up with a cell phone. Man, popped up with a cell phone. He was one of the first dudes that I seen with the touch screens. You know what I mean? Like later on, I started seeing him. But he had one, you know what I mean? He popped up one of them jokes. He was like, look at this joke right here. Man, he showed me a video, man. The man had his roommate Michael on all fours, pause. And he had like a little, it was made out of the sheet. It was made out of the sheets. And he had like a white sheet around his neck and he had it tied where he can have it like a leash. He was like this, and Michael was like, he was jumping up like this. He was like, I was like, man, what the hell? He was like, look, yeah. So I'm looking at the video, I'm like, yo, this shit crazy, man. I seen this shit. I'm looking at the video. I'm looking at the video, y'all. I'm like, man, this shit crazy, bro. He was like, yeah, fuck that shit, man. I'm beating off his dumb ass, man. Man, that motherfucker do what I say. Yeah. And I'm like, God damn, bro. I'm like, man, shit. I gave him his phone back. He was like, yeah, fuck that nigga, man. I'm like, just to hear him say that and like, you know what I mean? Like, fast forwarding a little bit as far as me out here now, watching how the people in Georgia and the people in Mississippi, Alabama, the people that got cell phones and people in the feds, like just seeing how they be humiliating, just seeing how they be carrying people sometime, like they doing this now. Like this was way years before that this dude was putting them on camera, man. Like I couldn't believe what I was seeing, y'all. So boom, I had to go holler at my roommate about this. Somebody had to know. And I tell my roommate when I came back in with the fees, I said, yo, this man showed me a video. He said, man, I seen that jump, man. I said, how you seen it? He was like, because my man got a jacket. He said it to my man. I'm like, what? I said, bro, he's sharing the jump, man. I said, man, that man on some old dog off Menace to Society, man. I said, man, if I was Michael, I'd hit that nigga, man. You need to stop showing the fucking tape, man. Like, real talk. Like, that is embarrassing. Like, now, it ain't, it's looked at now like it's cool and you get views from it and all that shit. But back then, seeing a man get drugged like that, carried like that, man, was like, it made hairs on my arm stand up, man. Like, I didn't feel, I was like, yo, that shit crazy. He was like, yeah, bro, he be carrying that nigga, man. He be carrying the fuck out that nigga, man. He was like, hey, he be making that nigga fight too. He was like, wait till you see that shit, he'll make that nigga fight too. And he was like, this the funny shit. The nigga can't even fight. The nigga can't even, so as he say that, I seen the dude Charles like, oh, all right, yeah, you think you can handle him then? You think you can handle him then? It was like, where the CO at? So I'm like, he was like, see, look, they about to do it now. I'm like, I go to the door, I'm like, So I'm like, I don't even want to go out there. Like, I don't know what the hell going on. So we all looking at the door. He looking on this side. I'm kind of like beside him, but like trying to look over his head a little bit. Pause. And I'm like, I'm just looking. Man, my word, dude, Charles was like, all right. What the police said? It was like, he ain't out. He was like, man, come out in the pod, man. Come on, stand by the door. So me and my roommate came and stood by the door. I promise you. I looked up. I seen the dude, Michael. He was like this. He was under the steps. He was like in the ready move. He was like, he had his arms down though. He was like, so dude, Charles was like, hold on, man. He was like, you ready? What's up? Y'all about to wrestle, man. No punches. Ain't no punches, man. It's a wrestling match, man. Whoever get dumped, that's over with. Whoever get dumped loses, man. So this is what we doing, man. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? You ready, bro? Dude was like, yeah, I'm ready. He looked at Michael. He was like, you ready? Michael was like, go. I was like, I'm looking at this shit. This word, they under the steps. Yeah, now the dude was like, first it was like this. Like they was trying to figure it out. Michael shorter than dude and everything. Michael like, dude, a little slim dude, he going in. He was like, Michael said, nah. He ran at him. As soon as Michael ran at him, boom, they locked up. Man, as soon as they locked up, dude grabbed Michael. Man, I looked up, man, Michael was like this. Man, I promise you, Michael had looked like Jazzy Jeff from the Fresh Prince. He was like, ah!
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.